This group have 3 members who are Nur ATIQAH binti Muhammad Rizal, second Nur AINA SYAHIRAH binti HAMDAN, and lastly Nur AIN BALQIS binti Muhammad ZULYAMIN. Okay, so what will we discuss in this topic? The first one is introduction of the dual piston pump. Secondly, the components of the dual piston pump. And thirdly, the operational principle of the dual piston pump. Fourth, the applications dual piston pump in industry. And lastly, the advantages and disadvantages faced by dual piston pump. So, what is dual piston pump? So, dual piston pump is a type of hydraulic pump that uses 2 pistons to create pressure within a hydraulic system. Hydraulic pump is a mechanical source of power that converts mechanical power into hydraulic energy, which is used in hydraulic drive systems, and it can be hydrostatic or hydrodynamic. The question is, how this dual piston pump working? So this dual piston pump working by one piston continues to deliver solvent while the other piston is refilling. There have several functions of hydraulic system in dual piston pump, which is consistent and reliable fluid delivery. Second one, balancing flow. And lastly is pressure across various industries.
Moving on, let's take a look at the components of dual piston pump. There are 5 key components of this pump. The first one is piston. Piston is the primary moving parts that create pressure by moving within the cylinders, drawing fluid in on the suction stroke and pushing it out on the discharge stroke. This pump is using 2 pistons to operate. The second one is cylinder, which is the chamber where the pistons move, providing a sealed environment for fluid displacement. Next is the check valve. These include intake and outlet valve that control the flow of fluid into and out of the cylinders. The fourth one are seals and gaskets. They are packed around the pistons and within the cylinder head to prevent fluid leakage. Last but not least, dual piston pump has a component of drive mechanism in it. Typically, it is a crankshaft or a cam. It is a rotating component with eccentrics or loops that create the necessary linear motion for the pistons.
Next, we will move on to the third topic, which is the operational principle of the dual piston pump. So the first one is about piston movement. The piston will move in synchrony as they enter and exit the cylinder. Next, one piston will push forward while the other will pushes back. For the second principle of the dual piston pump was suction stroke. A vacuum will create in the pump chamber by one piston moving backward, pull fluid into the chamber through the inlet valve. The fluid enters the chamber when the inlet valve opens.
Move to the third step, which is compression stroke. In this step, the fluid in the chamber will compress as the piston advances and it will be raising the pressure. The fluid is forced to exit through the outlet valve and into the intended system or location by this pressure. And for the last step, which is continuous flow. And in this step, the pump will maintain continuous flow, providing a steady and efficient delivery. And then it will be continuously one piston pushes fluid out while the others draws it in.
Here is a visual illustration on how dual piston pump actually works. Furthermore, There are several applications of dual piston pump in the industry. For instance, in pharmaceutical industry, dual piston pump is used to measure accurate dose of drug formulation and filling process. Next, it also can meter precise dispensing of ingredients like flavors, colors, and preservative during food processing in food and beverage industry. While in chemical industry, dual piston pump is used for measuring chemicals in research and development, chemical synthesis and production process, including the addition of additive, catalyst or reactant. Lastly, in the oil and gas industry, dual piston pump is primarily used for high pressure fluid injection, like pumping crude oil from wells to storage tanks, injecting water or chemicals into reservoir to enhance production. It also can enhance oil recovery. Other than that, it also can be used in pipeline transport and mud pumping during drilling.
Last but not least is the advantages and disadvantages of dual piston pump. Did you guys know what is the advantages of the dual piston pump? Dual piston pump are the unlimited solvent reservoir allowing long-term unintended use and quick changeover and clean out capability. Next, dual piston pump can also improve flow accuracy. According to Cromtech, dual piston pump are designed for high flow rate accuracy, which is critical for HPLC and many non-chromatography applications. These content flow pumps deliver a constant and accurate flow rate, which is necessary for precision, consistency, and reliability. Also, many chemical processes and applications across various industries depend on dual piston pump. Besides that, it also can reduce pulsation and noise. Many people may wonder why pulsation can be a problem. It is because pulsation can disrupt stability and affect the analytical result. According to Cromtech, our dual piston constant flow rate pump feature reciprocating motion, meaning while one piston is refilling, the other is still pushing solvent forward, meaning uninterrupted delivery of solvent even when the piston refill. The dual piston mechanism, in combination with a loaded volume pulse dampener, our dual piston pump are visually pulse-free. This may lead to uninterrupted delivery of a mobile phase at a constant pressure. Furthermore, the advantages of dual piston pump is has a higher flow rates. According to Cromtech, across the broad range of flow rates, these dual piston pump offer increased flow accuracy, making them versatile for a diverse range of applications. However, dual piston pump also has its own disadvantages. First disadvantages of dual piston pump is there is a tendency for the incompletely compensated pulsation to be observable at high refractive index detector sensitivities, especially at low flow rates where piston cycles are widely spread. Moreover, since each head has two check valves, pump reliability depends on the cleanliness of the mobile phase and continuous sealing capability or 4 check valves on each cycle, with cycles normally occurring several times per minute.